my apartment for the summer. Really cute, really nice. I'm trying my best to learn how to manage myself again, completely alone without the blanket of family there. Really just excited to make this place my home for a little bit. First thing I've done, called my friend who's really good at cooking. She's gonna be helping me like learn how to make meals and like meal plan and meal prep and everything, because I want to learn how to make actually good food. I have limited cooking skills. I just make variations of noodles and fried rice. These 3 months is going to be like the soft launch for when the actual school year starts. This is what I've done to clean up. Literally all my shit is just put on this table. The thing is with this big walk-in closet is that there is no like hanger. What I bought is like a bunch of storage containers. You can see how I've sort of like haphazardly made a hanger with one of my jackets using the knobs of the closet. And then on this side of the bed is the mess, and this is the window. Learning how to cook for me is really important because it feels like a huge independence factor. Being able to take care of yourself with like proper nourishment feels so simple but can do so much for a person. And it's also a really big chance for me to reconnect with my Chinese culture. I grew up with constant trips back home. Really nostalgic in my memory are like Chinese street foods and noodle shops I would go to in the mornings as a kid. Though I'm far from being able to achieve those types of flavors, it's really enjoyable to try replicating some of it on my own time. Today, we are going to go to Baker Beach. So we're taking the BART there and the bus because we cannot drive. The certified ABB of today. Jelly molly minutes. He's a zoo. If you were a zoo animal, which animal would you be? What about you? What zoo animal are you? You're a bird. Penguin. Wait, no. Penguin? What do you think Andrew is? I think I'd be a sloth. Like, I'll just hang upside down. Hi again, everyone. We're here to talk about growing up in college. Today is May 27th and I have news for y'all. I have been indoors this last week because I got COVID. After a valiant 2 years of battle, finally gotten COVID. I've been quarantined for the last 6 days and I'm slowly losing my mind. But it's not the point of my talk today. I really wanted to just sit down and talk my personal experience after my first year of college, what I call the introvert to extrovert personality arc. The first major event that made me grow up a lot. Moving out. When I moved to Berkeley, my family could not come with me to Berkeley and help with the moving process at the time. Flying there, booking a hotel for the first 2 days before moving all my suitcases into the dorm. That was all by myself. I think that was when I embraced my independence the most. Quite surprised that I adjusted as quickly as I did. I had never really experienced that type of move before. Some people have moved schools, right? But for me in my high school, it's like a really small community. Everyone knew each other for several years. Basically, I was at the same school from grade 1 until I graduated from high school. So you can imagine that bit of nervousness that I experienced. But I think one of the biggest things college did to me, it changed my personality completely. So before college, I was a very introverted person. I barely went out, so obsessed with their grades, right? Whenever I hung out, it was like once, like every couple of months. Well, I was still one of those kids that could not like raise their hand in class. They were too nervous to get it wrong. But as soon as I came to college, like that completely switched. All of a sudden, I'm meeting so many people every single day. Adopted this sort of like bubbly personality. It came to a point where a friend was talking to me and she was like, oh, like you're so extroverted. And I was like, oh no, I'm definitely not naturally extroverted. A huge shift. I think honestly that definitely gave me a huge identity crisis. There was a point where I was like, oh my god, like who am I? First semester of college, I got really wrapped up into that extroverted exterior. But by the time my second semester started rolling down, I realized that I was sort of reverting back to my introverted self. Meeting new people and socializing and making new friends, that required a lot of new energy for me because it never came naturally to me. I got tired of that effort, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but I just felt super lonely. Like the loneliest I'd ever felt in the longest time. Those two identities like clash a lot. All my interactions became draining. I just wanted to stay in my dorm. But equally, I'd be like, oh my god, if I stay in this dorm and stop making these like active efforts to meet new people, like all of a sudden I'll have no one. Looking back to this like college and how it's made me grow, yes, people always say, okay, you can become this entirely new person you've never been before. Not that clear cut, at least for me as someone who did not like my personality. The person I was a couple months ago is not gone. You can try to be someone else as much as you want to be, but at the end of the day, I did not like those introverted that had a couple of friends that didn't go out and make time for other people. That person still is me now. I'm very thankful that I did choose to go to a completely new country and take on the challenge of making my own in this entirely new space. It allowed me to explore these different parts of myself that I would have never been able to explore if I had just stayed. I know other people's experiences might not be the same, but I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. See if some people could relate. Coming to learn that I don't have to be this super introverted person or this super extroverted person. Talking about growing up and that aside, a few updates on what has been happening. Again, I have been quarantining. I'm working, so we are getting the bag as we are quarantining. Yes. The thing I have been doing is a lot of cooking. So my goal is coming to fruition. My first summer goal is really working out. I am feeling a lot better. Hopefully later this week I can go out again. But yeah, I will see you guys again after I have recovered from this bout of COVID. Goodbye.